Alright, I'm going to do one more segment on this. Was doing a little playing before. We maybe can get to some more playing. What I'm going to talk about is fitting the cage shapes to the 7L. I will have to roll back and forth with this thing. Alright, this is the repeating pattern. Alright, I got it from pentatonic scales. Okay, pentatonic scales are built on groups of stack of 3 short and stack of 2 long. Let me show you. I think that's it right there. Whoop. No, that's one. There's another one. There's so many of them because I used to add them into all of my. Oh, there is one. Used to add them into all of my. Right here. Okay. This is the diatonic building blocks. The pentatonic doesn't have the 4th or the 7th. Okay, but this maintains its long structure. So this is a long E, 3, 5, 6 R. Without the 4th and the 7th, these are pentatonic building blocks. They're a stack of 3 short. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 6, R2. That's all I'm saying about that. I mean, that's not the last thing I'm going to say about that. I'm just saying that's simply what I'm saying about that. And you'll see that I found that even when I'm warping a pattern, say if I start a D shape from the 3rd string, right? D shape normally from the lowest string, the 1st string here, is just a stack of 3 short pentatonic, which it goes. That's it. Okay, that's a D shape going off of the A note. All right, that's a D shaped G, because you can see up here the G. That comes out actually in E flat if you had a frequency meter. But when I start this D shape off of the 3rd string, it's going to warp. But I tell you, whenever I was learning my pentatonics, whether it hit the warp or not, and it gets displaced, okay, you have to bring it over right here. Whether it hit the warp or not, I still remembered it as a stack of 3 short. This is negating the 4th and the 7th here. This is just a squared up rectangle here. So that's important to know, that putting pentatonics together, you stack this one on top of this one, then this one goes on top of that one, and you have to know that this gets right justified. It gets right justified so that R goes to the 2, like that, and going over 4 frets is a whole step. Now it's easier when you learn a diatonic because they just simply stack straight up like this. Okay, so except for the 5, 6, everything stacks like a big square because you got the 7 there. Okay, so your stack of 3 short would be down here, but since you added the 7 here, you have this mini 7L. Here's 7, here's a L. Alright, so that is the building blocks of the pentatonic scale are right here without the 4th and the 7th. Alright, you got the pattern stack. Now here I've actually colored in the pentatonic notes so that the diatonic 4th and 7th aren't really part of it. So the S2L is actually these extremes here in the stack of 2 long. The S3S is the short stack of 3 short right here. 1, 2, 3. I colored them purple. Alright, we're ready to advance back to the chart that we were discussing. Alright, that's a good chart to have. That's just a generic. I'm going to take that out of the lineup because I use that to make charts. It shouldn't really be in there. If we're going to browse through charts. These are the 5 charts. We have discussed this. This is the stack of 2 long here. This is the stack of 3 short. We're probably killing like 5 minutes. We haven't even gotten to what I want to talk about, which was, oh, there's my student loans have been paid. $85,000 which is phenomenal. But I'm still teaching because I was doing this before that. Anyway, we seem to be in a little bit of older charts here. And we'll bring this chart back over here, and here we are again. Here's where we should be. Okay, so what I want to talk about is this 7L pattern here. We only have a few minutes to do it. And we're going to need this guy up here, okay? So let's start. From here we got 2, 3, 4. All right, that's a D shape diatonic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 R2. That's definitely the D shape, okay? As we look up here, all right, and here on the 3rd string we have a D shape. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's warped, but doesn't matter anymore because the numbers help us, you know, unshape the shape or reshape the shape. So on the 3rd string there, where we have the 2, we have the D there. It's a D shape, and it's a D shaped C. All right, 3rd string right there's the D. Now where are we going to get our? Okay, we're not going to see much of that D-shaped little chord up top because we started from the 3rd string. So it's up here in Neverland. You know what I'm saying? Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 are 2. And we have the 5th here, but we're missing 2 other notes, and that would be the root and the 3rd. Something like that. Something like that. So back to the 7L, we want to see how this also lines up horizontally. That D shape takes up most of these 5 strings. So you start a D shape from there, you're going to go 6 strings. The top string's just going to be a repeat of this one. So there's most of the patterns taken up right there with just a D shaped pentatonic. What's next to it? Sharing the 3 is the 3, 4, 5 shape, which is the stack of 2 long right here, squared off here, stack of 2 long, 3, 5, 6 root. So what starts on 3? 3, 4, 5. That's a C right here, 1st string. So the D goes to a C, and you see the D here goes around, starts caged again at the C, which is nice. That's very nice. So that's the 7L pattern, how it stacks up. And you could see that C now is important to stay on point here, because the C is, it has a stack of 2 long, and then it has a stack of 3 short. That's what the C pentatonic has, all right, which goes, let's just play it from here. Stack of 2 long, and then stack of 3 short, warp, and then back to stack of 3 long, and on into imaginary notes. So that takes up most of that. It takes up to the stack of 3 short. And the point is, whether it's warped or not, it doesn't matter. The D goes to the C. So this is just a 2-cage diagram. All right. I think that's what I wanted to explain there. You know, so anyway, we could do a little playing. Just, you don't play the 7L, you just use it to understand